Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, Solo Sikoa just whooped Roman Reigns' ass.
Backstage reaction to Solo Sikoa's babyface turn.
We got a monster match set for Sunday night's main event.
And is Nigel McGuinness going to have to pull out of the Continental Challenge Cup? I'm Adam Wilborn.
I'm Andy H. Murray. The H stands for Happy New God's Hate Day to those who celebrate, and rest in peace, Bo.
And this, pew, is the news.
All right, Solo. Let's kick this one off by talking. We're going to talk a lot about...
I didn't have any leather gloves, so I had to use my cycling gloves.
Yeah, he got these from Halfords. I don't think Solo Sikoa went down to Halfords and went, "Hey, bro, you got any cycling gloves?" But he's the
Wilbo Sikoa over here. That's what they call me.
That needs to be your entrance for the live show.
Spoiler, it is.
Of course. You got like a red jacket.
I'm gonna get some. Don't worry.
I'm risking it all.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
Solo Sikoa. We're gonna talk a little bit about him here
Yes.
because we got Raw to recap a little bit because it was a significant thing, and then a backstage kind of note on it.
Yes.
First things first, the chocolate starfish is my man Fred Durst. But
Yeah.
second things second, Solo Sikoa whipped Roman Reigns' ass in that segment. So, if you have been living under a rock or just don't watch Raw, you may not have known that this week on Raw, the big hook for this week's Raw was Solo Sikoa being delivered to Roman Reigns by the Usos. And the implication in storyline was that he'd have to rejoin the bloodline. It sowed a bit of anxiety for this babyface run he's been on. I'm just going to tell you all how it plays out. But basically, they all end up there. They all end up in the ring. Solo's brought out by the Usos. Roman's like, "Hey, why do you think this is funny?" He's like, "You're a funny guy now, and I don't like it." Basically,
Yeah.
Who allowed these clothes? Who allowed these jewelry? And he, all of that stuff. It's like he said it was a reminder of the notoriety it gave him and all this stuff. He also said that I beat you in tribal combat 3 years ago, which is a bit off.
I was like,
it's a little bit off. Big Rome's got that Murray memory
time,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got memory like me. He took his glasses, he smashed them, he slapped him. Solo just being demolished here. Jacob choked him out. Roman said that the respect should be given to the Usos, and he handed them some black Ulafalas, called them his captains of the bloodline. Put the attention back on Solo, but before he was able to do anything, LA Knight came out. He came out to help him. Obviously, LA Knight has been brawling it up with the bloodline lately. He took out the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, gone. But then he was taken down by Roman, and he told Jacob had been told that he shouldn't intervene, so there's the whole thread with Jacob here as well. Roman tried then to force Solo to take out LA Knight, but he was so conflicted. He was getting ready to spike LA Knight, and he turned around and jammed Roman with a thumb instead. The Samoan thumb, they call it. He took out the Usos as well. They had a big stare down with LA Knight and Jacob Fatu as well. BFTs all over the place, whole big stramash, and the babyfaces are standing tall to end this segment. So good. The hook there being that basically he didn't turn heel. The anxiety has been removed. You don't have to worry. And it's continuing down the road of Solo and LA Knight. Maybe Jacob at some point.
Maybe.
They were kind of, they gave you a little sniff of it last night without pulling the trigger, obviously. But I mean, that's got to be a trios match at some point, hasn't it? Solo, Jacob, and LA Knight versus Roman and the Usos. Big.
I thought it was absolutely phenomenal.
Would you say it was a cinematic?
It was. Absolute cinema last night, Monday Night Raw.
We need one of them.
Oh, we've got a clapper somewhere in the office, haven't we?
We should write like cinema on it or something like that. Yeah, that's a good gimmick. Let's do that.
Yeah. Absolutely sensational, like I say. We did say last week when everyone was going bonkers online, going, "They're doing Solo Sikoa!"
To be fair, I thought that they were going to just turn him heel because Triple H hates fun.
Always have faith in Papa H, baby. Booker of the year.
He's the most fun-averse man alive. Yeah. I'm really shocked actually that he did the fun thing.
I did think as he set up, I was like, so he's just going to spike LA Knight and then go back into the bloodline for a bit. And no, I thought it was a brilliantly effective segment, not just for Solo, but for that weird budding friendship with Solo and LA Knight. And for Jacob Fatu, because he's the one who attacked LA Knight when he came in the ring, and then Roman kind of bitched him out. I was like, "I'll take care of this. Don't worry, you just stand in the corner." And he was like, "Fine."
Look how that worked out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, brilliant stuff. We'll talk more about it on the Raw Review podcast. Live on YouTube later on today on the podcast channel, of course.
What time, Adam?
2:30, I believe, is when we're going live.
Shill.
And
You're such a shill.
Yeah, but the noise that happened when he spiked
Big
Roman, huge pop. Yeah. And he's one of the biggest baby faces in the company right now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And they should absolutely ride that off into the however long it lasts.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah, I say, it's surreal to be talking about when they mention, the thing on the Netflix debut, and you kind of felt like that was it for Solo, certainly at the tippy top. And now the roles are reversed. It feels like a far better dynamic. And I don't think necessarily Solo will be the one to dethrone, or LA Knight will be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, they have got a really, really exciting run of shows coming up. We talked recently about LA Knight presumably fighting, despite the fact that Triple H hates him, according to Vince Russo, for the world title at Money in the Bank.
That went down well.
Yeah. But yeah, a little update on this as well from Worked Wrestling.
Well, you're going to have to wait for that because we've got something more important to talk to you about. WhatCulture Live, baby, in London. Midday, the day of All In. Literally across the road from Wembley Stadium. 2-minute walk, maximum. Tickets are available right now, whatculture.com/live. They're just £20, which in our day and age is insane.
Yeah.
But there's a QR code on your screen. The link is in the description. Join us. We'll be doing a live we'll do a live Q&A, we'll do a meet and greet. It's gonna be tremendous. Live podcast, all that stuff brought to you in conjunction with our friends at Sweet Chin Disco. Getting a ticket for Sweet Chin Disco might be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah,
but that's going down after All In. Come and hang out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be really, really exciting, and our tickets sell pretty quickly as well.
And you'll never know who might show up as well. Us and Simon. And, yeah, Theodore.
Maybe Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, who knows? She showed up to the last one. Yeah, who knows? We're not promising anything.
No, but can't subject to change. Yeah. But we've sent out a lot of invites, haven't we?
We have indeed.
Yeah, join us for that one.
Some of them are kind of intimidating, actually.
WhatCulture.com/live for that one. But yeah, a bit of a backstage update from Worked Wrestling on the status of Solo Sikoa. Worked Wrestling, a bit like me, reiterating, as we said last week,
I love my life, man.
Solo's face run wasn't in danger with tonight's segment, with the thing that we just talked about. The reception has been positive both on and off screen. Yeah, I mean, we've talked in the build-up in the recent weeks about this, of like them seemingly planning to have a sort of short-term babyface run and then going, Jesus, he's popular. And I think he's just really in his element right now. We talked before about how everyone backstage, like, he's a really funny guy when the cameras aren't on him.
I think that was that guy. I think that was a Worked report as well.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Good. I mean, that's how it should be. You follow the natural progression of things. Some people in this life are born to be serious. Some people in this life are born to be serious, silly goose.
Yeah.
So there are some people who can do serious and silly goose. Sami Zayn's a good example of that. Some people are just better at one than the other, and I think Solo has found his calling as a silly goose.
It's mad to think that when he first came in, he was basically, on the main roster at least, a mute enforcer.
Yeah, and he was good at that.
He was
good at that. It was just when he became like the dawn of like the bloodline and the MFTs. Before he kind of found his silly voice, it was a bit like, this is not the role for you.
Timu Roman, wasn't it?
Yeah, he just wasn't quite there. It wasn't quite him. But now he's found something that really fits him. That's really great. You should follow the crowd reactions. I think a big reason why last night's segment went off so well is that people actually booed Roman and company as well. Like, a lot of times it's like, hey, Roman's here, even though he's like a jerk, in kayfabe.
You can't decide what he is. Last night it shows you what he needs to be going forward.
100%. And the modern WWE crowds are tricky. If you have a catchphrase and a cool nickname and you're a heel, you're swimming against the tide because people love just participating and doing the ones and all of that stuff. So he could always stop doing that, but then it's really marketable. So what do you do? It's tough. It's tough to know. So it's great. It's how wrestling should be. Follow the reactions. Don't swim against the tide. Don't do what your maniac father-in-law did a lot of the time, Paul.
Don't tell the people what to like. Just listen to what they enjoy. Absolutely.
I thought Solo was really funny last week in particular with the... Whoa. Everybody okay back there? Yeah. Anybody get shot? Okay.
I liked... Calm down.
I like his little, he's very televisual because, if you go and rewatch that little promo and he's like, I accept, and like he slightly tilts his head and like moves the hand,
pops his collar.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
like, yeah, exactly. Like it's like a really tiny thing, but it makes it a bit more memorable. He knows how to be on TV. What can I say? Like if I was on TV, I'd be standing there like a shriveled little donut, you know, like a raisin or something. Yeah. Watch me trying to do a ring entrance at our live show. You'll see that in full effect. But yeah, it's good, man. Like long live fan appeasement. Is what I say.
Pew.
There's lots of different versions of that in pro wrestling.
Absolutely.
In the words of Reno Gattuso, sometimes may be good, sometimes may be a hit. Let's talk about Sunday night's main event.
Oh yeah.
Coming to you in September. First one. It's the second match announced for it, actually, but it was kind of confirmed on last night's show. We had our latest confrontation between Braun Breaker and Obafemi, and as presented to us by Paul Heyman, it's a battle to see who's the future of the Fed. So there was a big in-ring segment, a big confrontation between them again last night. We've done a whole thing where we broke down the play-by-play of the Bloodline stuff there, so I won't do that here. You can listen to the podcast or Ups and Downs or both for that. But basically, the end product was booking this match. There was a very funny bit where Obafemi mocked Braun Breaker's voice, which popped me huge.
Braun almost corpsed, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think you saw that one coming.
Yeah, I mean, it was spot on. It was really funny. So that's happening. Obviously, these are the two guys. It was Braun maybe like 1 or 2 years ago where it's like, that guy's the future main eventer. That guy's the future guy.
Yeah.
Obafemi this year has been, that guy's the future guy.
Yeah.
So it's perfect in a lot of ways because I think they're both the future guy. I would say that push-wise, Oba's maybe a bit further ahead at the moment because Braun's had some up and down stuff. I would say his past couple of weeks have been strong. I know he himself was a bit upset by some of his creative, but I feel like it's back on track. It's a good match because it's one of those ones where, look, I think Obafemi is the likeliest winner, but also at the same time, it's one of those ones where in your head you might go, well, neither of these can lose, but one of them should lose because that's a more interesting story. I hope they don't take some cop-out finish with a distraction or a ref bumper. I hope they just have a straight-up winner and they do something cool with the loser. I think Obafemi wins.
Yes.
Probably, but hey, you could do a lot worse than Braun winning as well.
You faffed around with Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. Just have Obafemi beat Braun Breaker. At the end of the day, I've really liked this Braun Breaker crisis of confidence thing that he's been doing recently. I like the way he just literally walked away from the vision last night to set up this match with Paul Heyman in and around it, and seemingly shaking hands with Oba at the end and what's going on there. I don't need any of that bollocks, by the way. I just have, like you say, Oba beat Braun, and Braun is going to have a babyface turn off the back of this. So it's one of those things where we always talk about it, whether someone's turning face or heel. You can lose your last match before that happens because it's effectively a clean slate, isn't it?
Yeah, 200%. Losing is never a problem if you tell the right story coming out of it. I feel like a lot of the distractions and DQs and ref bumps and stuff, you could do away with all that if you just sharpened your in-ring storytelling. And I think this is a good opportunity to do that. I don't think there's ever any need to have more than one of those things happen a week.
Fans aren't stupid, but they also won't immediately abandon someone because they lost one match.
Yeah, exactly. And like, if you tell, like, it's total tangent, but if you just tell a good story in the ring, it doesn't matter, right? Like, you can work with it. If say you do this match, right? Braun versus Oba, and you could have 5 minutes before the end. Braun's tweaked his knee. He's hurt his knee in the middle. He hasn't got the power to get the spear off, and that's why he loses. It's great because Obafemi gets a clean win.
Yeah.
But also Braun can go, man, I was hurt. I couldn't hit my big move, and you took advantage of that. Perfect. Yeah. You don't need Paul Heyman jumping on the apron or any Logan Paul interference or any nonsense. Just keep it clean, baby. Tell a story. The wrestling match is the best storytelling tool in the business.
I mean, they may well have the Vision try to get involved, and that's part of the catalyst of Braun hopefully leaving the Vision.
Yeah, wipe them out.
Shouldn't be Logan Paul helping Braun beat Obafemi. Push him to the moon.
Push him to the moon. And Mars. Why not? Why stop at the moon?
The moon and back, actually.
Yeah, Jupiter.
Savage Garden.
Yeah.
So. Right, let's talk about the AEW Continental Challenge Cup. The quarterfinal draw was last night. I'll bring you all the results of that. Thanks to Rod Stewart, by the way, for doing that as well. In a few...
That's Scottish football heritage. Like Marius Muller doing a 30-yard Rabona.
But the big question mark was over Nigel McGuinness, with reports of him suffering an injury. And he was seen wearing a walking boot. And as fans of the channel will know, I've suffered through that before, baby.
Never trust a wrestler. I'm telling you.
But in good news, Nigel said there was no sprain or break. It hurt like hell. The fear isn't going to stop him, Nigel continued. He's dealt with pain in the past, and someone else is going to have to stop him, and he promised to claw and scratch. Who? Scratch even, in order to get to Wembley Stadium. He is going to face Hechicero on this week's Dynamite. The other quarterfinal matches are John Moxley versus Joe Watt. That goes down on Dynamite as well.
Yeah, get that one out of the way.
Orange Cassidy versus Kyle O'Reilly on Collision.
That was mean, I'm sorry.
And Claudio versus Eddie Kingston on Collision as well. The semi-finals are going to take place in Glasgow, Scotland on August 26th.
Yep.
And then the final obviously takes place at All In August 30th.
Yep. Good. So I feel like maybe there's a bit of working going on with this Nigel injury, because he just had a very technical match with Shibata on Collision, which was really good. Now he's fighting a submission artist, a Lavi artist, who's going to tie him in knots and target the injury. So it's hey, what were we just talking about? In-ring stories? There's one right there, baby. Guy's going in a little bit injured and he's facing a guy who will take him to pieces physically in terms of holds and stuff. So it gives Nigel like a bit of adversity to overcome if he's going to win that match, or a reason to lose it if he's going to lose. He's hurt. And he's facing a wizard, a literal wizard in Hechicero. So I feel like, to me, the most compelling final is still Eddie. I feel like the likeliest final is Claudio at this stage. They're going to do a Death Riders. And look, I love this, but a lot of people will not, so I'm going to use mocking tones. They're going to use who's the better man? Who's the gruffest guy? Who's the toughest lad? I feel like they're going to end up doing something like that, which was right up my street, but I think a lot of people will not enjoy that as much.
No, for me, I'll be going for a piss. That match goes down.
I don't piss anymore, so it's I don't need that break, but yeah, I think that's the likeliest final. I don't think Jay White gets past Mox. I think Mox is making the finals. And
I thought they were heading towards a Jay White final. They sort of alluded to it on television, and then the draw's the draw.
The draw's the draw, baby. The draw's the draw. So
I think it's either. I hope it's either Eddie or Nigel.
Yeah, I need Eddie. I need Eddie, man. I need that guy back in the spotlight. So
we could potentially, if they didn't, I'm trying to work this out.
I mean, Nigel, right?
So you could have Eddie versus Mox and Nigel versus, Kyle O'Reilly, for example, on the semi-finals.
There you go. Nigel with
Kyle versus Mox would be good as well, considering their history.
Nigel in England's good, and if they pay for effing in the bushes, even better.
Yes.
But then we'll have to
I'm
have
an Oasis guy now after Nigel.
Nigel and Nick.
Yeah.
We're Nigel and Nick. Ooh. Yeah, we'll have to have a whole culture war about who had the better Oasis entrance, when in reality they can both be goated.
Yeah.
And we can just shut up. But yeah, be good. I think the possibilities coming out of this tournament are really cool, and I've enjoyed the tournament, so I'm happy.
Any chance Mox doesn't make the final?
I think there's a less than zero chance that Mox doesn't make the final. I think that the only way that would happen is if you wanted to do Eddie and Claudio in the final, because it's like a personal rivalry from years back. You'd have one of them overcome the other, but they're doing that at the quarterfinal stage, so doing so.
Bloody hate each other, those two.
They bloody hate each other. Eddie returned with a Claudio Sucks Eggs t-shirt last year.
That.
And he had nothing to do with Claudio, so it's good stuff. I love Eddie. He's my favourite.
More of him on Dynamite for me.
Yeah, but then again, you can enjoy him on the best show of the week if you just put in the effort.
There you go.
Had a good match with Jade Doyle. That was nice.
We are spoiling the people today, aren't we, Andy?
We are. Second news coming to you this evening, later time slot, with more details, more stuff. Raw ups and downs coming in between those, of course.
What a sandwich.
What a sandwich.
Delicious.
We are the bread.
We are the bread and a Miller sandwich.
That's right, baby. I'm the what type of bread are we here?
I'm crustless.
Crustless.
Yeah.
All right, I'm a tiger loaf.
Oh, beautiful.
I'll claw you. What weird sandwich that is. You got two different types of bread and then the filling.
Just meat in the middle. Bald meat.
Bald meat. I hope it's bald. When I'm buying a steak and it's got hair on it.
It's a hairy turkey loaf. It's fine. Bye. Pew.